that throw and force the incompletion.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. He wants to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Canes.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Only 7 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Give to the single back. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Gonna run it. It's Judkins. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So the 1st half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. And the Canes will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for them?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. All kinds of running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Makes the catch. It's Ibuka. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really nice throw there to get the 1st down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense. And you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the 1st round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a 1st rounder in the future.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting one was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They could have tried to break the tie with a field goal attempt. Instead, they'll try to punch it in on 4th and goal here in the final period. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. The offense coughs it up. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a roller coaster on that play, Palmer. The defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to fall on the football, and in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security. They made that one interesting, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get the TO.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him...
Just plowing down the field. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They'll go with a direct snap. Touchdown, Hurricane! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that scoring drive took over yardage touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Back to pass, it's Howard. Gets it out quickly. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Did you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. You know, 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Direct snap. He has the first and still on his feet. Touchdown, Miami! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there and finish this thing off.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
At the 45 on his way. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Howard. Trying to get to him. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Right back to the well. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They'll line up for a second down play. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Takes it to the house. They are down by 1, and the clock strikes 0.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down the clock?
And now they've decided to go for 2. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. Looking for a man. It's Howard. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. Today, we have 2 of college football's most powerful teams as we are set for a top 5 showdown. Number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. get us underway with the opening kickoff. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Trying play action. Moving away from pressure. On a little time, lets it go. Picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Leaves it with the running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
On the ground, it's Judkins. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Back to throw, it's Howard. Finds his tight end. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
You do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He lets it fly. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Beck. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Georgia, 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Give to the running back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Open space at the 25. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Still running at the 40. Ball's out. Now the defense has got it going the other way. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into their own hands. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the... Sometimes you just get that hit. The ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player, give me that 6.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Back to throw, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Right on target this time. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Defensive back spread all over the field trying to take away the pass. Handoff from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progressions.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. From the gun, give on the inside. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Quarterback extends the play. He'll take a shot. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Howard. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he's got it at the 25.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking for a gap. It's Judkins. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. After the run, now to throw. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Fires one high and deep. And he hauls it in at the 30. Boy, he almost finished this half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off play action on first down. He's going to run it. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And the defense got it. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
The Dogs headed quickly to the line. On second down, he's looking downfield. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Give to the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Georgia going back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. Scrambling away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I really like the slot receiver. And I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking for a man. It's back. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
27, Georgia 8.
He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though. They get another chance.
Oh, look out. There he goes. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. That was just an open alley for that back. I don't think he was touched once before the tackle.
So he wouldn't even been down in two-hand touch?
No. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give to the single back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. Ohio State, 27.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The short hands. It's Ibuka. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
33, Georgia 8.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The line gets set, first down. Looking to pass, it's back. Quarterback now breaking the field. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the ball's loose. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
At the 40, there he goes. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Georgia going up tempo.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
Moving out of the pocket. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated.
Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. Off to the races to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense with the scoop and score.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. Back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's third down. On the move, it's Etienne. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Moves around to clear up the vision. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Got his man. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Buys a little time with his feet. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get them on the ground like they did right here.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
They're trying to get to it. Still on his feet. He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. He's got an open man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And that play fake created just a split second to let the tight end get downfield.
Did you see how that play fake just froze the second level of the defense just for a split second, Reese, and that allowed the tight end to get vertical?
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Running back goes in motion. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game was working to perfection.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big men.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas.
Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense set for a first down play. On the move. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Power football with the run. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having the pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Longhorns look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be...
To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply move on.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 7, Ohio State 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Wants to throw. It's Howard. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Pressure coming. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offense.
And the pass hits, picked off. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Snap it to the back. Got enough for the first. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Longhorns have it with a first and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Fires into the end zone. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done, too.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is such a hard area to have success as an offense. I mean, you're backed up near your own end zone. What you really want is just any kind of space. Like, can I get some breathing room? But again, I know this is a defense, too. I know you're trying to get out of there, so I'm playing the run really, really hard. I'm sticking to the wide receivers out wide. Nice job, but hey, you didn't give up a safety.
And this defense is going to have its ears pinned back on 3rd and long from the 1. Maybe just trying to get some breathing room to kick it away. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. And they can't connect a costly turnover on down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and 1. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Strong, firm tackle.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Tripped up for the tackle.
No, you got to be aggressive here because if you score a touchdown, the nail is in the coffin. This might be ball game. And even if you don't get it, they're not going to have to drive the entire
I'm in the lead. Everything's going right.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, he looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big time stop for this defense.
Leaves it with the back. They knock him down right there.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right, that's your job. Be scout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here...
Oh, there's the ball! Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Open space at the 25. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Coming after it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Dropping back, it's Ewers. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Quarterback checking the play. Extra DBs on the field to defend the pass. From the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the run, it's Judkins. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
There's a difference between being physical and pass interference, and that was way over the line. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Got his man quickly. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted.
Really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Firing to the right, complete. At the 35, he's got room. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Trying to pick it up on the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Quickly complete. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
To the air, it's Howard. Makes his connection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He caught it. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This should be the last play of the quarter. Trying to get in the end zone again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? They want to throw it. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by just 15. So they only needed to cover 28 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas 23, Ohio State 8.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. He tries to take the top off. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You've got to make something happen. Really, really good job on the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Wide receiver now comes in motion, trying to use the speed on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That is an incredible job by the defense to stop that receiver in particular on that jet sweep. This is one of the fastest guys in college football, period. So for the fact that the defense was able to corral him and get him down and limit him, that was pretty impressive.
And that is incomplete.
Incomplete on the out route. Brings up 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Howard. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that is a good example of how pressure on the quarterback affects him later in the game. This guy's been popped a couple of times, but because he's not able to step in to throw, his ball starts sailing. They don't go exactly where he wants them to go, and you're creating incompletions.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Dahmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And with a lead like they have here in the 4th quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to get to it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's got him, and they convert. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. Trying to turn the corner on the right. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Ewers. Throws for the tight end. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Going for 6. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you can tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Wide open downfield. Lowers those pads. Oh, look out on the right. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got it. 2-pointer is good, and now it's a 1-score game here deep in the 4th. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th. They'll try to get it back with the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. 1-possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. After the incompletion on 2nd down, it's 3rd and inches. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the 1st down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now this is rolling the dice, and perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Feeling some heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. The quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
He'll pull it down. And a nice pickup on the line, and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Quick strike complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, and you're just trying to get completions and get the drive going, but this is 2 minutes, and you're trailing. I mean, you've got to take some shots down the field and be a little bit more aggressive, put some pressure on this defense.
Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now, and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Get going for it all. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.